So for those of you who have watched my channel, it's no surprise that I do a lot of food and drink reviews. When I started this channel, I didn't want it to just be that, and it still isn't that. But I do a lot of food reviews and drink reviews, mostly because I want to know what it tastes like, because in the background I'm, analyzing, studying, researching things for bigger videos in the future, documentaries, fun factoids about stuff. There's a whole lot of stuff. So you got to try the products. You got to have a frame of reference of what you're talking about before you dive into a much larger video and project. And stuff that's like interesting anyways, limited edition stuff, oddball stuff, that's stuff that has always interested me. And I know it interests a lot of other people. And I feel like there is a space in YouTube where people that review things should be more, refined. They should like actually explain what they're tasting besides it's good or it's bad. So that's what I want to talk about today, is the problem with most food reviewers out there. I don't know about you, but when I click on a food review, something I want to watch, it's usually because I'm interested in the thing that the person's reviewing and I may want to try it out myself. And most of the time, it's like I'm always left going, I don't know what I just watched. So many people will just go and say, oh, here's Snickers pecan. I'm going to open it up. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, I like it. It's good. Yeah. Like, they don't tell you the ratio of pecans to caramel in this thing, which there's a lot of caramel in this stuff compared to the pecans. But a lot of the times, the product, the item, isn't presented in a well enough thing for me to know what I'm exactly wanting to buy. So it's just a lot of people can go, hey, here's the thing. I'm going to drink it now. That's good. Yeah, well, I like it. I want a fuller detailed idea of what this thing is, why it came out, what time frame do I have to go and grab the thing and eat it and try it and blah, blah, blah. The urgency. I always see any kind of review I do as a mini, teeny, tiny documentary. I do my research. I write some things down. It's not like I ever just hit record, consume, and then that's it. That's the end of the video. I spend a little bit more time doing anything when it comes to eating or reviewing whatever. But there's so many food reviewers out there. They're sweaty. They sit in their car and they're sweaty. They give me the idea that anything they eat, they're going to think is good because there's sugar in it, Yeah, it's good. Okay, anything to you is going to be good. So I really can't take your advice that much. Another thing I don't like to do is waste my viewers' time by, say I'm going to eat something and review it. I'm going to cut out, the majority of me chewing something and just tasting it, because there's nothing happening. Anytime I will feel like I would press the forward button, I will just cut out completely, so no one is feeling like their time is completely wasted and, everything is at a loss. So, and that's just weird, too, because there are people that just enjoy watching people eat. Like a lot of mukbangs and stuff, and it's I don't know. I want to watch something that will stimulate my mind a bit more than seeing somebody on a screen just going, yeah, the Cardinals won today. Yeah, make sure to like this video. I'll eat more stuff. It's some kind of weird subcategory of some very seedy website, thing that it makes me think that way. Kind of like a lot of ASMR stuff is too. But when it comes to me and food reviewing, I want to give the viewer something besides just me chewing and gnawing on something and saying that it tastes good or it doesn't. Like, I want to give you, the viewer, the idea that, okay, here's the info, okay? Here's my take on it. But if you are curious, you are blah, 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 you try it out. But yeah, so many food reviewers that I see, it's just they're sweaty, sitting in their car. You already know that whatever they're trying, if there's enough sugar in it, they're going to love it. And there's, oh God, the grown men that will be sitting in their car and they have somebody pull up next to them while they're eating, and they'll just get so paranoid and so like, oh God, yeah, you just have to park right there. It's just like, bro, like, you're not the only one in the parking lot. I also see a lot of father-son team review channels as well. I've seen a few channels like this, over a 5-year span. When the kid starts out, he's just like junior high, and he's about ready to graduate high school. Like, the kid wants nothing to do with the channel, and the dad's always still in that zone of, hey, all right, what do you think about that? And the kid's just like, oh God, oh, this YouTube channel didn't get me any girls, Dad. Please end this channel already. Get me out of here. There are some exceptions when it comes to food reviewers that I think really do an amazing job. One is obviously a review bra from Report of the Week. He is something beyond just some sweaty guy in his car eating something and saying, yeah, it's good, or yeah, no, it's not. He has a lot more to him besides just that. Cole from Cole Snack Attack, he's like a surgical food reviewer. He gets into even more detail than I do, which is, great minds think alike. He found my YouTube channel before he started a channel, and, both of us just mesh very well that way. So he's good. Maximus the Fourth, he does some crazy and wild drink reviews. He drank a Pepsi Green. That was a bottle of that is over $300. Stuff like that is really cool. But there's so many food reviewers out there that just make just very bare bones content. Like, it's on the same level as people that play video games and they don't do any commentary at all. They just play the video game and that's it. Their face isn't on the screen. They're not saying anything at all. No captions, no nothing. Now, when it comes to mukbang, I don't see the appeal to that. Like, I could see some content creators going down that hole because, oh, there's other people, that's all you have to do is eat food and you get a lot of views. Oh, okay, that seems easy enough. But really, do you want that to be your legacy? Do you want that to be 70 years from now, someone going back on your channel and being like, oh, what did he do? That was so important. He's eating food. Okay. All right, skip. I don't see the appeal in it, but then again, I don't see the appeal in Drake's music either, but a lot of people really like it. So I feel like, yeah, if it's popular, then you're automatically validated in a way, even though it could be absolute trash, but still. Now we got to get into the meat and potatoes of how I got into doing food reviews in the first place. So before I even started this channel, I was working on music. I've always been a musician for the longest time. And I got tired of just posting updates of what I was doing, which I was working on the second Glowing Ice album in 2018. And at the beginning of 2018, I was like, how about I do something else besides a random Facebook post updating people on the status of the album? Maybe I'll make some fun little 20-minute show, podcast, put that up on YouTube. So I started doing that, just talking about, hey, I did this with this song today. I did the drums on this, and maybe talked about, how I made this song or whatever. But I realized maybe I could put in some fun stuff in there as well. Maybe try some candy or something in the podcast, which was all audio. There was no video to it at the time. So the very first, I guess, prequel to Cheat Day Reviews was an audio review where I went to World Market and I bought, 6 or 7 or 8 different snacks to review on this little podcast episode that was just music updates for the second album. And I had James come over, and we reviewed the food, and it was all audio. And at the time, like 5 people would listen to each episode, but there was one friend of ours, Matt, who said, man, I would have loved to see you guys actually eat it, like on video. I wanted to see the stuff you're eating. Because we tried Coffee Crisp, After 8, the chocolate mint things, a bunch of other things too, but those are the 2 I remember. And I loved both of those. But it got me thinking, oh, people actually want to see us eat the stuff? Okay, yeah, I guess that would make sense. People would like to see, show them, tell them everything about it, all that. Because when you're just doing strictly audio content, you got to keep rambling. You got to fill the person's ears and their brain with so much information that visuals don't need to be happening. So I still do that with cheat day reviews now. So that's why I do a lot of talking before I actually eat it, because I'm still in podcast audio radio host mode. So that's how I wound up doing cheat day reviews, is like, okay, I'm going to try this thing now, show you exactly what it is, talk about it a lot, and then try it and give you a very well-formed review. And so, yeah, it started from doing that back in 2018 with an audio format, and Matt saying, hey, I wanted to see that, and been like, all right, well, when I got time, I'll film myself when I do review some stuff. And that's basically how Cheat Day Reviews were born. Now, the name Cheat Day Review came from the fact that during that time, I got very skinny, like incredibly skinny. I got down to like 115 pounds. It's because I was in a mindset that I'm not in now anymore, but I was in a mindset of eating 2 eggs in the morning and a bowl of oatmeal at night. That's all I ate. And a lot of coffee, green tea, water. And so anytime I would review something, which would be about once or twice a week, I would call that my cheat day. So it was like a review of my cheat day. So cheat day review, pretty simple. And so far, me doing reviews and stuff on YouTube, I enjoy it. It's fun going out and hunting for things that are limited edition and trying it out and being surprised if stuff is actually good, and being surprised if something I really thought was going to be amazing turned out not to be so amazing. So it's been a fun journey to do that. But still, I try to refrain from eating stuff too much in my car. But if I do, I'll make sure I'm not sweaty. Or I actually have it presented right, and I actually show the camera the food instead of it being down here, and all you do is see my face gnawing on something, you know. That's one of my pet peeves about food reviewers too, is they don't show the product while they're doing it. It's like, if someone cuts into the video halfway through wherever they're watching it at, they just see some guy chewing something. It's like, no, put it up there. People could say, well, that's the reason the title is there, though. It's like, yeah, but how many people are going to want to read something? They want to see it, you know, right there. So it's visual. Humans are visual more than reading, you know, a lot of times. That's about it. I think mukbangs are weird, and people that just sit in their car all sweaty, eating something and giving zero information about it besides if it's good or not, I'm not a big fan of. But besides that, yeah, if you want to review food on YouTube, go on and do it, brother, sis, mama. Anyways, I'm DJ Glowing Ice. I will see you next time. Peace out.